Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose. Viktor Frankl. Before we dive in, consider this shocking statistic. Nearly 80% of retail traders report their largest losses come from emotional trading, not bad strategies. Studies show more than 60% of impulsive trades occur within 15 minutes of a loss, and many traders increase position size by 35% under emotional stress. This is the emotional spiral that destroys accounts. Traders often think the market is the enemy, but the real battlefield is inside the mind. Every movement of price, every unexpected candle, every loss is a test. And if your mind is unprepared, it will betray you. Losses trigger emotion. Emotion triggers impulsive trades, and impulsive trades destroy accounts faster than the market ever could. Many believe that discipline comes from strategy, but that is a misconception. Discipline is not a chart pattern, an indicator, or a signal. Discipline comes from psychology. It is the internal system that acts before emotion hijacks your decisions. This system is your stop button, the circuit breaker of your trading life. Without it, you are vulnerable. With it, you survive losses, preserve capital, and act consistently. Imagine a loss happening right now. Your heart races, your hands sweat. A single thought dominates. I need to fix this immediately. One impulsive trade becomes 2, 2 becomes 5, and 5 becomes 10. Within minutes, your account can go from bad to catastrophic. This is not the market punishing you, it is your mind on autopilot, running faster than reason can catch it. Jesse Livermore, the great bear of Wall Street, understood this. His genius lay not only in his ability to read markets, but in moments of pause when emotions surged. When he ignored these signals, disaster followed. Paul Tudor Jones protects his mind first and profits second. Ed Seykota built decades of consistent growth through mental discipline, journaling, and systems that automatically stopped impulsive trades before they occurred. They understood the first rule of trading success: survive first, profit second. Emotional trading begins with fear, and fear is cunning. Fear of missing out, fear of loss, fear of underperforming. Greed enters soon after, driving overtrading. Frustration, overconfidence, and impatience create a perfect storm. Most traders react only after damage is done, while professionals anticipate and stop the wave before it hits. Awareness, systems, and identity protect them. Discipline is not optional. It is installed before you ever need it. Habits, pauses, pre-trade rituals, and mental resets are the foundation. Your stop button is preparation, not reaction. Awareness is the first step. Identify your triggers: fear, greed, FOMO, frustration, overconfidence. Track them. Observe patterns in your behavior. Every professional trader does this rigorously. Visualization strengthens the system. Picture your last trade. Did emotion control it, or did you follow a plan? Every pause and reflection strengthens your mental circuits. Emotional trading disguises itself as logic. I am fixing a loss. I will get this one right. Behind these rationalizations lies stress, adrenaline, and a fogged mind. Ignoring these signals is costly. Your stop button is universal. Whether stocks, forex, crypto, or commodities, principles remain identical. Every successful trader mastered this principle. They studied themselves, their emotions, their impulses. Technical skill alone is fragile. A perfect setup executed emotionally can destroy an account. A poor setup executed with discipline is survivable. The market rewards preparation, awareness, and mental control. Awareness is only the beginning. Systemization follows. Pre-trade rituals prepare your mind. Trade triggers monitor emotional spikes. Journaling provides feedback. Automatic rules enforce limits, daily loss, maximum trades, and position sizes. When these rules trigger, the stop button engages automatically. Emotion cannot be trusted, but systems can be. Mental exercises build resilience. Pause for 3 seconds before acting on impulse. Ask, am I trading from strategy or emotion? Visualize emotional triggers daily. Imagine taking a loss, engaging your stop button, and pausing. Over time, this becomes automatic. Fear transforms into clarity, FOMO into strategy, frustration into control. Identity amplifies effectiveness. Are you a reactive trader or a professional? Do you chase losses or control your mind first? Legendary traders internalize this identity. Your stop button is strongest when discipline becomes who you are. You embody rules, not just follow them. Neuroscience supports this. The prefrontal cortex can be trained to resist impulsivity. Your system builds this circuitry. Every pause, every journal entry, every moment of reflection builds confidence, consistency, and survival. Livermore, Jones, Sakota, and experts like Mark Douglas and Brian Tracy emphasize the same principle. Success is mental first. Without control, strategies fail. With your stop button, even chaotic markets become opportunities. Activate it now, protect your account, and respond professionally. Survival precedes dominance.
Every professional trader knows that the first battle is internal. The market tests your mind relentlessly. Emotional spikes, micro-decisions, and subconscious reactions can ruin months of preparation in minutes. Recognizing these triggers is the foundation of your stop button. Without it, systems fail before they start. Fear is often the first trigger. Fear of missing out drives impulsive entries. Fear of loss leads to revenge trades. Fear of underperformance clouds judgment and magnifies risk. Greed enters quickly, pushing overtrading. Frustration and overconfidence escalate, creating invisible pressure that blind even experienced traders. Recognizing these signals is critical. Ask yourself, when was the last trade you took emotionally? What caused it? Did you follow a plan or chase a feeling? Traders rarely pause to reflect, but reflection is powerful. Journaling each trade, noting emotions, setups, and outcomes creates awareness. Patterns emerge. Awareness allows your stop button to engage automatically. Ed Sakota credits decades of consistent growth to journaling and self-analysis. His success was not luck. It was awareness, discipline, and automatic internal systems. By observing his mind, he avoided impulsive trading. His story shows that professional trading begins inside your head, not on a chart. Visualization exercises strengthen recognition. Before trading, imagine loss and FOMO. Imagine yourself pausing, engaging the stop button, and responding strategically. The mind practices control even before the real market tests you. Every rehearsal builds automatic mental resilience. Triggers are unique. Some fear losing small profits. Others chase adrenaline from volatile moves. Some are overconfident after small wins. Others paralyzed by prior losses. Identifying your unique triggers creates precise mental defense. Observation and journaling are tools. Pattern recognition is power. Neuroscience explains why these triggers dominate behavior. The amygdala reacts to stress, hijacking the prefrontal cortex and decision-making. Your stop button trains the prefrontal cortex, strengthening conscious control. Each pause, visualization, and journal entry reinforce mental pathways that favor discipline over reaction. The stop button is activated through rules and cues. Heart racing, hands sweating, thoughts spiraling. Pause, breathe. Ask, am I acting from strategy or emotion? Identify the cue. Apply the pause. Respond consciously. Every repetition makes it instinctive. Impulse no longer dictates action. Mark Douglas emphasized that trading is a probability game. The mind must accept uncertainty without emotional interference. Recognizing triggers and pausing transforms uncertainty from threat to manageable condition. Your stop button is your tool to maintain rational control amidst chaos. Pattern interrupts enhance awareness. When you notice an emotional signal, break the cycle immediately. Step back from the screen, review the setup, or take a deep breath. Interrupting the automatic reaction allows reason to regain control. Professionals employ this consistently. The identity of a disciplined trader is forged through these practices. You are not someone who chases losses or reacts impulsively. You are someone who recognizes emotion, applies the stop button, and executes strategy with clarity. Identity drives action. Once internalized, it sustains professional behavior automatically. Every loss prevented is a victory. Every pause taken strengthens neural pathways for discipline. Awareness, visualization, journaling, and identity alignment together create an unbreakable mental system. The stop button becomes reflexive, protecting your account, confidence, and consistency. The stop button is more than a tool. It is your psychological shield. Professionals survive because they train their mind first. Strategy, setups, and analysis follow. Build awareness, identify triggers, visualize control, journal consistently.
Every trader reaches that moment when emotion takes the wheel, a sudden loss, a missed entry, a candle that moves too fast, and suddenly your breathing changes, the mind races, your focus narrows, your hands want to act before your brain can analyze. This is the exact moment where your stop button must activate. Without a system, that moment becomes chaos. With a system, it becomes clarity. The stop button is not simply a pause. It is a structured, trained response. It is a pre-installed program you rely on when your emotional brain tries to hijack your trading decisions. The question isn't whether you feel emotion. Every trader feels it. The question is whether you are prepared for it. Discipline is not natural. Confidence is not spontaneous. Systems create both. To build a stop button, you must first examine your current responses. How do you behave under stress? What thoughts appear when the market moves against you? Do you tighten your grip, rush decisions, or become rigid? Self-awareness is the doorway to constructing mental control. Ed Seykota decades of trend-following mastery were possible because he studied his emotional responses with scientific precision. His journals weren't just about entries and exits. They documented mindset, impulses, fears, and reactions. Pattern interrupts are the core of your stop button. When an emotional spike happens, your system steps in. A deep breath, a 3-second pause, a mental check-in. These small actions interrupt the emotional cascade long enough for your rational mind to regain control. Neuroscience proves this. Pausing slows the amygdala's takeover and restores power to the prefrontal cortex, where logic and long-term thinking live. Every pause strengthens this circuitry. Your stop button must be activated by clear rules. When heart rate increases, pause. When your mind feels rushed, pause. When you want to enter a trade without confirmation, pause. When your loss hits your daily limit, pause. The key is not to wait until emotion overwhelms you. The key is to intervene early. High-level traders do this unconsciously because they have practiced it thousands of times. Livermore often said his biggest losses came not from bad analysis, but from bad emotional timing. His turning point came when he realized that the pause between impulse and action determined his entire trading career. The stop button embodies this pause. It is the bridge that keeps you from acting on destructive emotion and guides you back to strategic clarity. Your stop button must be prepared before market open. Begin each session with grounding. Breathe deeply and set your intention. Review your rules. Review your risk. Review your emotional tendencies. Professionals do not enter markets casually. They enter with mental readiness. The stop button becomes significantly stronger when your mind enters the market proactively rather than reactively. Identity plays a powerful role here. You cannot consistently act like a disciplined trader unless you see yourself as one. Discipline must not be something you occasionally practice. It must be part of your identity. Instead of thinking, I will try to control myself today, shift to, I am the trader who stays in control no matter how the market behaves. Identity rewires behavior. Brian Tracy teaches that identity determines the standard you operate from. Raise the standard and your actions follow. Visualization strengthens the identity. Close your eyes and imagine a stressful market moment. See the candle spike, feel the adrenaline, then imagine the stop button activating instantly. Imagine yourself pausing, breathing, and calmly assessing the situation. This rehearsal builds neural pathways that engage automatically when real stress arrives. Your mind performs as it is trained. Next comes system reinforcement. Journaling every trigger and every activation of your stop button cements progress. The goal is to build consistency. Over weeks, you will see patterns. You will see emotional cycles. You will see how often the stop button saves you. This feedback loop creates momentum. Small wins accumulate into mastery. Your stop button is not built in one day. It is built daily through small, intentional habits. Every pause, every pattern interrupt, every moment of awareness builds the framework. Discipline becomes stronger, emotional control becomes easier, and impulsive trading fades. The market will always test you, but with a trained stop button, you respond with clarity rather than chaos. You step into the identity of a professional trader, not a reactive one. The system you build today determines the trader you become tomorrow. Install your stop button, strengthen it with repetition, and rely on it when pressure rises. It is your shield.
Most traders chase discipline like it's a trick or a technique. But discipline is not a trick. It is not a temporary mood or a burst of motivation. True discipline is identity. You act according to who you believe you are. If your identity is reactive, your decisions crumble under pressure. If your identity is controlled, patient, and strategic, your actions follow that blueprint automatically. The stop button becomes truly powerful only when it fuses with your identity. At first, you must remember to pause. Over time, the pause becomes instinct. Eventually, it becomes who you are. This transformation happens when you stop viewing discipline as a task and start viewing it as your nature. Mark Douglas emphasized that successful traders are not different because of their strategies. They are different because their mindset matches the behaviors of consistent winners. Identity shifts begin with language. Instead of saying, I need to stop over-trading, the identity-driven trader says, I am the trader who trades with precision and patience. Instead of, I hope I don't chase losses today, say, I am the trader who protects capital before anything else. Your brain follows identity-based commands far more consistently than action-based intentions. Emotional transitions must also be part of your identity. A loss is not a threat. A missed opportunity is not an emergency. A volatile move is not an order to react. When your identity is built on discipline, the mind interprets market discomfort as information, not danger. This reduces emotional spikes and increases rational control. Neuroscience supports this shift. When identity is aligned with behavior, the brain's stress response weakens and long-term decision-making strengthens. Livermore's greatest strength surfaced when he acted from identity. When he slipped from his own principles, losses multiplied. But when he returned to his disciplined nature, his legendary trades were born. Your identity as a trader is sculpted the same way. When you act according to your highest standard, you reinforce the belief that you are disciplined. When you break discipline, you reinforce the opposite. Your stop button keeps you aligned with your highest self. Visualization strengthens identity daily. Imagine a tempting trade forming. Imagine your emotional brain urging you to enter. Then visualize your identity speaking louder. See yourself pausing, taking a breath, and reviewing your rules. Feel the confidence of choosing discipline over impulse. The more often you visualize this, the more natural the behavior becomes. Pattern interrupts play a crucial role here as well. Whenever an emotional impulse arises, interrupt it with identity dialogue. Remind yourself who you are. You are not a gambler. You are not impulsive. You are not reckless. You are a strategist. You are consistent. You are disciplined. The stop button activates instantly when identity aligns with behavior. Another layer of identity is environment. Professionals build surroundings that reinforce discipline. A clean workspace, clear rules displayed on your screen, block distractions, and pre-session routines tell your brain that trading is a professional performance, not a casual activity. Brian Tracy teaches that environment shapes behavior as much as intention does. Design your environment to match the trader you aspire to be. Journaling also strengthens identity. Each time you follow your stop button, write it down, celebrate it, reinforce it. This builds confidence and consistency. Over time, you will see fewer emotional trades, fewer mistakes, and more clarity. Your identity becomes stable, strong, and reliable. Identity is the ultimate success multiplier. Strategies evolve, markets change, conditions shift, but identity remains constant. When discipline becomes who you are, you no longer fight emotion, you lead it. You no longer suppress impulse, you redirect it. You no longer fear volatility, you adapt to it with confidence. Your stop button becomes a natural extension of your mind. You act with purpose, clarity, and professionalism. Trading stops feeling chaotic and starts feeling structured. You move from survival mode into mastery mode. The market does not intimidate you because you no longer fear your own impulses. When identity aligns with discipline, your trading transforms. You become the kind of trader who is respected, consistent, and unshakable. And from that identity, success stops being occasional and becomes inevitable. Every trader begins the journey trying to master charts, indicators, and strategies, but the real journey ends with mastering the mind. The stop button is not just a tool, it is the foundation of elite trading. It is the mechanism that separates long-term winners from short-term hopefuls. Without it, even the best strategy fails. With it, even simple strategies thrive. Mastery begins when your stop button becomes automatic. You feel the emotion rise, but instead of reacting, you pause effortlessly. You sense the impulse, but instead of acting, you engage your system. This shift feels subtle, but is incredibly powerful. It is the moment you stop being controlled by emotion and start controlling your decisions. This is where elite traders live. Neuroscience proves that repetition rewires the brain. Every time you pause, you strengthen the neural circuits responsible for discipline. Over hundreds of repetitions, discipline becomes instinctive. Your emotional brain becomes quieter. Your rational brain becomes louder. Trading becomes clearer. Losses become manageable. Opportunities become easier to identify. The mind becomes a powerful ally instead of an enemy. Mark Douglas spent years studying the mental patterns of successful traders. He found that elite traders do not avoid emotion. They have trained themselves to respond to it differently. They acknowledge fear, excitement, and uncertainty, but they do not allow these emotions to dictate behavior. The stop button is the practice that builds this ability. Your stop button should now evolve into a complete mastery routine. Begin every session with grounding. Review your rules. Visualize discipline. Check your emotional state. If stress is present, pause. If distraction is present, pause. If excitement is present, pause. Each pause prepares your mind for precision. Professionals do not rush, they prepare. Risk management becomes easier when your stop button is strong. You respect your daily limits. You avoid oversized trades. You step back when conditions are unclear. This prevents catastrophic losses and builds long-term resilience. Jesse Livermore's wisdom reinforces this principle. His downfall came when he broke discipline. His greatness surfaced when he followed it. Your stop button ensures you never drift into the territory where emotions take control. Your identity as an elite trader now comes into full form. You view the market differently. Instead of chasing, you wait. Instead of forcing trades, you observe. Instead of reacting to randomness, you respond to data. You trust your system more than your feelings. This mindset places you among the minority of traders who grow consistently. Mastery also involves emotional transitions. When losing days happen, you accept them calmly. When the market becomes unpredictable, you sit out. When FOMO rises, you return to your identity. There is strength in restraint. There is power in patience. Your stop button keeps you grounded so the market cannot push you into impulsive decisions. Journaling now becomes a tool of refinement rather than repair. Instead of writing about mistakes, you write about precision, clarity, and growth. You document how the stop button saved you from overtrading. You record how discipline improved your decisions. This builds faith in yourself, which is essential for long-term success. Your behavior becomes predictable, stable, and confident. Others may panic during volatility, but you stay composed. Others may chase the market, but you stay strategic. Others may rely on luck, but you rely on skill. This is the transformation every trader dreams of. It is the moment when you realize the market no longer controls you because you control yourself. As you close each session, reflect on your actions. Celebrate the moments your stop button activated. Learn from the moments it slipped. Commit to improving daily. This process shapes the trader you become in the next year, the next decade, and the rest of your trading life. Your stop button is not just a tool, it is your trading identity, your mental armor, and your competitive advantage. Elite traders do not rely on willpower. They rely on structured systems, trained responses, and disciplined identities. You now have the foundation to join them. And now comes your signature ending, the moment of truth, the reason you choose discipline over impulse. You are not here to chase trades. You are not here to gamble. You are here to master yourself. The trader who controls the mind controls the market. Activate your stop button. Protect your capital. Step into your identity and become the elite trader you were meant to be. And if you want to keep mastering that mindset, to grow stronger, steadier, and smarter, subscribe now to Mind for Trade. Join a community built for traders who think deeper, act wiser, and trade with discipline. Because this is more than trading. This is the psychology of success.